going on, people? Says your blind buddy. Coming at y'all again to drop some more knowledge, bro. I wanna ask people something that make about I don't get a whole lot of feedback on things that I say because I don't really know how people feel about what I'm saying. It's like if you blow it off, that's fine, but know that there's an element of truth even in things that you would call a lie or in things that you would call bullshit. I'm gonna just call it what it is. I get on here and I tell people, I ain't a preacher, so people look at me, do preach at people. I do preach at myself. I'm preaching all this because it comes out of me in that manner. It sounds like I'm preaching. All it is really is just addressing all our behaviors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, I want to act. It's like if you think about it, when God done come down here one time, people have taken that and just throwed it all in the shredder. And there's so many different ways people done heard it because of all these religious ways and these confined ways of how things have come about. You know, at the end, God came down here because there ain't never been but one. You understand what I'm
I
saying?
do. He did.
And God said, no man shall enter the world, the earth, except by through way of a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the God had to come down here the way he said. He ain't gonna go against his word, you know what I mean? So he had to come down here through by way. So he was a man just like everybody else, like every man. That's him in the flesh as a man. You understand where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
This is what people need to understand. It's like when he left, he come back as that same spirit of man that he came down here in. That same spirit of man that walked in the flesh is that same spirit of man that still lives in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It lives on the inside of us. That's how it came down. Every male child, every child that's born, it has the spirit of God. And it sits there and it's waiting to be activated. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's why the Bible tells us, it said, those things that are born of flesh are flesh, and those things that are born of spirit are spirit. So the flesh is actually born, and the spirit state is born as well. There's twins. There's a fleshly one, and then there's a spiritual one.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
So the fleshly one grows up and waits, and the spiritual one is still a baby. It's waiting on you to activate it. Once you activate it, it knows exactly what to do because it is a programmed spirit that has already walked through what we're going to have to encounter. You know what I'm saying? This is, once you activate that spirit, that baby comes alive and you activate it by choice. Once you activate it, it's programmed and it knows exactly what to do, and then you follow the instructions of the spirit that you're born with. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to break down what the rest of the world confuses about who God is, there you go right there. It's that spirit that's on the inside of you that you got to make a choice to activate so it can do what it's been programmed to do. It's called the Holy Spirit. It's software that you download it with when you're born. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Huh? But you got to activate it. You got to cut the computer on. You got to let the program upload. You got to let the spirit. You got to get a spirit time. It ain't. You can't have this microwaves. You wasn't born that fast, were you?
Right. No.
So you got to, especially if you've been running and doing what you want to do. If you just not activating it, it's still, you got to get time to boot up. Especially and clear off all the viruses that you done put in first. It's got to do a clean sweep.
Mm-hmm.
This is computer knowledge for those that, You want access to God. You don't believe it in the spirit. Here, go check it out in the space age that you live in, and find in that space that there is a God there that created that space for you to be able to think the way you think. If what you're looking for is the truth, that the truth right there, God does exist. You just gotta know how to activate him. You can only activate him in the spirit. He done been here in the flesh once. And he's still here in the flesh as a program. If you activate and follow the program, you'll get to where you at. If you don't do so, then you can't expect to get there. That's knowledge for you. That's knowledge for your college. You understand what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Now, take that and break it down and put it in your ear and see where the knowledge be found. You know, if you take it in the right way, you'll be homeward bound. Otherwise, you'll be chased by hellhounds. That's what the deal is. You got to know the simple facts of what the real is. I don't talk for no reason just to be having something to say. I talk with the idea of spraying. I'm killing off bugs like bug spray. You know what I'm saying? Those that want to be in the realm of what is light, the truth is found in all of this darkness we've been walking around in all y'all with sight. You understand what I'm saying? The real come through from somebody that can see something that you can't see, dude. I'm gonna tell you the real. I ain't got no lies to tell. I'm gonna tell you the real truth. Stop chasing that in the dark. Better find out what a spark, so it can take you to a heavenly place that's been marked with an ark. You understand what I'm saying? Blind Buddy out.